Alright, what's up, reviewers? This is Smooth the Reviewer, and today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on the season finale of Reign of the Seven Spellblades and kind of give my overall thoughts on the series as a whole, because I just got finished watching the final two episodes. And I made a video before talking about this show. I reviewed episode 10 a while back, and in that episode, I mentioned all the problems I had with it so far and how I felt about it. Basically, before it was kind of like a formulaic sort of series. By episode 10, it was kind of many similar things happened in each episode. Each episode, there was like someone who just had a problem with the group, and then they fight in that episode, and then bam, it's over, and then we're on to the next one. And then on episode 10, we had a 3v3 fight between Oliver, Shella, and Nanao versus Albright, Stacy, and Faye. So that was a pretty cool episode, I believe. I think I liked that one. But then I mentioned how hopefully the series can get better in the last like 3 episodes, but see, here's the thing. Before it was it was supposed to be only a 13 episode series. Well, at least that's what it said on my anime list at the time of like that video. But then I saw it got pumped up to 15, and I'm like, bro, what? 15 more episodes? I mean, well, no, like 5 more total episodes we gotta watch. Okay, that's interesting. Wonder what they're gonna do, what's gonna happen. But so basically, after the episode 10, the 3v3 fight, then it kind of went back to the formulaic style. Like, okay, so basically Oliver's group wins in episode 10, but then immediately in the next episode, Albright, being the sore loser that he was, he just continued the fight. And then we just had a whole other episode with fighting in like the same place, the same area, and that's kind of like what I was afraid of. Like at the start, I was afraid at the start of that episode that we were just gonna stay in that area and like probably have to do something or like fight someone else, and my suspicions came true. So that was kind of disappointing, but then at the very end of the episode that we had like we finally had a post scene episode again. Well, that wasn't the first one, it was like the second one or something. And basically Salvadori's chimeras basically kidnapped some people from the group. Like once the fight was over and like they beat Albright again, some of her chimeras, I'm pretty sure they're called, like they're her monsters that she made, they came and abducted Pete, Albright, and Faye, basically. So then for the last couple of episodes of the series, it's basically, just getting all those guys back. So episodes 12, 13, 14, and 15, 4 episodes dedicated to the Salvadori arc, where we gotta basically go get our friends back and we gotta go save them from Salvadori. And I mean, well, realistically, I guess you could say it starts on no, it does start in episode 12. It starts because episode 12 is basically when they enter the labyrinth, and they enter it with Milligan. So, she's still around, and she decides to like help him out. Like, and originally Katie wanted to go with them, but I'm not gonna. They basically told her straight up that she was kind of just too weak for the job. So her and Guy had to stay back for this last arc at the school, while Nanao, Shell, and Oliver and Milligan went in to save their friends. And then there are some other groups going to save them too. Like we had what's his name? Al Goodwill, I think, or something like that. We had him and like sort of like I don't know if they're like the student council or something. I think they are. But basically, we had them enter the labyrinth to try to save people. Then we also, for some reason, had Oliver's brother and his sister slash cousin go in to try to help. So we got like all these bunch of groups of people go into the labyrinth to try to help, but ultimately Oliver and his group end up getting there first. And to kind of like so to be honest, I didn't really enjoy the journey that much. So here's the thing. Episode 15 is basically where like the is well, obviously, like the final fight. That Yeah, episode 15 is where they finally arrive at Salvadori's, like, hideout lair or whatever, and then we get the whole fight in that one episode. And so episodes 12, 13, and 14, to be honest, the journey, I didn't it was kind of like slow paced for me, like I understand, like, it's a journey, we gotta get there, and the labyrinth is huge, obviously, and it's also for us to, like, get more attached to the characters even more, but honestly, at that point, I felt like we kind of, like, already know these people, and I guess, like, along the way, Milligan is also, like, training them and, like, coaching them and being their mentor as they have to fight, so I feel like it could have done with like one less episode in that like sort of arc. And in all honesty, I actually skipped episode 14 by mistake. I kid you not, I literally skipped episode 14 by mistake and watched 15 first. But then I went back and watched 14, obviously. And yeah, to be honest, like even though 12, 13 and 14 like give us some good, like, sort of like character moments, like I believe in episode 13 is when we get to see them like fight together, like our main group, we get to see them fight one of Salvador's chimeras together. They got to jump him, and yeah, we basically see how they work as a team. We get some more teamwork between them, so that's cool. And then also, I guess in episode 14 that they explain what a final, or like crap, what is it called, I think it's called like final person or something like that. It's basically where, like, when a mage like gets to the point that Salvadori does, where like she can't really, she's like consumed by her own magic and power, someone else can come and I guess like stop them, but then there's a chance that person will die too. And that's exactly what happens with Carlos. So the main group fights Salvadori inside this sort of like domain that she creates inside her womb. It's like literally her womb, which is, we don't have to get into that, but basically Carlos and Al, they show up, and Carlos basically becomes that final person for Salvadori, and they disappear together. So I guess it would have been better. So I guess it would have been better for me, I guess, if I like knew that sort of concept before watching the final episode, because literally because when that happened, I guess I'll admit I was like, wait, so they're just about to die like together, like he's about to die with her, like what? That kind of like threw me off. So I guess like to give like sort of context for me, it would have been better to watch episode 14 first. And also in episode 14, we kind of got more backstory between like Salvadori, Al, and the whole rest of like student council and whatnot. So I guess those episodes before episode 15 are like important, but I definitely feel like some of it could have been like shaved off. Like, yeah, some of it could have definitely been shaved off, I feel like. But nevertheless, I did enjoy the final episode. The final episode brought it all home, and like, at the end, I was satisfied with the ending overall. I mean, unfortunately, Milligan like dies. I guess that's another thing. I guess she's just stays like dead because Salvadori basically like, yeah, wraps her up and kind of like kills her, and I was just like, bro, wait, no way, she's not gonna die, right? But then it just kind of goes on and it kind of like forgets about Milligan's body, I guess. So then it's just kind of like, oh wait, she's just dead, like for real, like there's no saving her. So that was kind of crazy. But then again, I guess I feel like also Milligan kind of like served her purpose, you know, for the story. Like she taught the underclassmen, helped saved Pete and the rest of them. That was cool. So I personally wasn't like extremely attached to Milligan's character, but she's still cool, I guess, nonetheless. And then they also had to like, and then also in the final episode, like at the very end, literally they had to just toss back. They literally had to just remind the whole audience that, oh hey, wait, Oliver's got to kill the teachers, right? Because literally they're back at the school, like nothing really happened, and Oliver and the group are just walking down the hall, but then we see like four teachers and like the madam president or whatever, like the leader of the teachers, you know, the SDEF lookalike that literally they walk down the hall beside them, and then then Oliver literally give them a glance, and basically just to remind the audience, oh hey, that's right, Oliver wants to kill these teachers, like that's an important plot point, even though it wasn't really important for like 3 or 4 episodes. Like they kind of just forgot about that since he killed the first teacher. But I guess that's not like unnormal. I mean, like even like B-stars, like we didn't figure out who actually killed Tim until the second season. So who knows? Maybe in the next season it'll be heavily focused on Oliver getting his revenge. You know, I am definitely going to read the manga though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If this I don't know if this series is based off a light novel or a manga. I hope it's a manga and not a light novel series, because y'all already know I'm reading Classroom Elite right now. That's my light novel series. And sorry about that notification just now. But yeah, anyway, so hopefully it's a manga. If y'all want to let me know in the comments down below which either one it is, feel free to do that. And also give me your thoughts on the series. I would love to know what you guys think about it. Give me your thoughts on the series as a whole. But as for me, I will be giving Reign of the Seven Spellblades a 7 out of 10 on my anime list. I think the series definitely has its glaring problems, but at the end of the day, I walked away satisfied with the series, and I will definitely watch the second season when it comes out, hopefully. I don't know if it's confirmed yet or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.